Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video, and today we are taking a look at yet another Forsaken exotic, but this time around it's actually my beloved Queenbreakers bow. Guys, I'm so excited to be bringing you this review. This was a weapon in Destiny 1 that was my favorite of all time. I mean, I was in love with this exotic, and if you're a fan of the channel for a while, you know how much this weapon means to me. So I'm super excited to be using this on Hollow Dragon's account. Massive shout out to him. I've wanted this, this weapon specifically and to review it since Forsaken came out, so I'm so happy that I got to use this, and it exceeded my expectations. Before we actually jump into the technical stuff, let's take a look at the perks here and talk a little bit about that, because it may have changed a little bit since Destiny 1. So of course, it is a linear fusion rifle. The exotic perk Wire Rifle, or Intrinsic, fires a long-range precision arc bolt that blinds enemies on hit. So if you get a body shot, it will blind them. Don't use combat sights unless you're in PvE. I would use Marksman because obviously it's a faster charge up time. It's got enhanced battery, increased magazine size. We then have hip fire grip and also quick draw. Hip fire grip gives you more accuracy while you're firing from the hip, but I personally would choose quick draw, as that, obviously increases your handling and it just makes your weapon swap times a lot quicker, which is very valuable in PvP. And then last but not least, it has fitted stock. So let's talk about the comparison. Is it as good as Destiny 1? Because obviously we know that usually when Bungie brings back an exotic weapon, it never really lives up to the hype that it had back in Destiny 1. And some prime examples of that are the Sur's Regime, the Jade Rabbit, and honestly, the list goes on. But I can finally say, and with a sigh of relief, that they brought this weapon back at the perfect time. The time to kill is in the perfect state right now, and also the sandbox in general, all the changes they made, kind of makes it seem like the Queenbreakers bow is returning just where it left off in Destiny 1's meta. So it feels like nothing really changed, and that's awesome because the weapon was a melting machine. It was so fun to use, and I can confirm that it's just like that in Destiny 2. Now, the only change that I could really notice right away from my very limited time with the weapon, and granted, I should say that I used the weapon for probably about 4 or 5 games, what I did notice is that the recoil pattern of the weapon is actually slightly more aggressive. So it'll actually kick up a little bit more higher and it'll go to the right a little bit more. But other than that, the weapon's absolutely fantastic and feels the exact same across the board. It's got ridiculous aim assist, I can confirm. In Destiny 1, I believe it had about 100 aim assist, and it might have been the only weapon with that much. And in D2, it feels like it's got either that much or slightly less, because it was very easy to snap onto people's heads. It was very snappy, with quick draw on the weapon itself and on my gauntlets. It almost felt like it was faster than Destiny 1, believe it or not, to aim down sights. And then last but not least, the hitboxes were a big thing that it had going for it in Destiny 1. And what I mean by that is, whenever you would aim in and sometimes it looked like you were going to hit a shoulder shot or hit somebody in the neck, or even sometimes if you were super lucky on the top of their torso, it would count as a headshot. And I actually had a few instances while I was playing with this weapon on D2 that happened. So the aim assist, all that stuff, the hitboxes, just like they were in Destiny 1. So this thing is absolutely awesome. But guys, that is going to do it for the mini review. If you get this weapon, be sure to give it a spin in Crucible, especially now with these 6v6 playlists, and of course the new meta and all the changes. I think this thing is going to be seriously a fan favorite, and now we can rock this with a hand cannon in the primary slot and another secondary sniper in the secondary slot. So this is going to be absolutely amazing. Queenbreakers bow paired with another sniper. We're going to have tons of ammo, and this is just something I'm very much looking forward to, guys. Thank you all so much for watching the video. If you're excited to try this thing out, drop a like on the video as it supports the channel. Subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content. Have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.